All right, so what do I eat? When I tell people that I went vegan, quick question, the main question I usually get is, damn, so what do you eat now? And I will proceed to answer the question with what I eat on a typical day. And they will confuse that with me eating that every single day, which is not the case. We all have something that we typically eat, although we may not eat it every day. We may typically eat pancakes for breakfast and a hamburger for dinner, but that don't mean we eat it every day. So when I tell y'all what I eat, don't mistake this for me eating this every single day. But typically this is what I eat. Usually don't even eat breakfast till around noon, maybe even 1 o'clock in the afternoon sometimes. And I will usually just have a bowl of oatmeal, sometimes 2 bowls, it depends. And as far as the flavor, I eat my oatmeal like cold cereal. So I pour the oatmeal in there dry. Then I pour my almond milk in there, unsweetened almond milk. And I will either flavor it with some xylitol or some fruit, like some blueberries and strawberries and bananas or something like that. And I may even throw a few nuts in there. And if you don't know what xylitol is, especially if y'all trying not to mess with sugar, my personal opinion, xylitol is the best replacement for that. I'm not even into having fake versions or something. Like, I'm vegan, but you will never catch me eating no vegan burger or no vegan chicken or nothing like that. I'm not into that. I just like to eat things for what it is. And xylitol is like a sugar alcohol, and it both looks and tastes to me just like sugar. It looks like sugar, tastes like sugar. It don't cost like sugar. It's a little more expensive, but it's worth it. It's a third of calories less than regular sugar. To my knowledge, xylitol isn't linked to any other bad things that sugar is linked to. So xylitol, Xylitol. Look into that if you ain't known that already. So anyway, yeah. So oatmeal, I either sweeten it with some xylitol or some nuts and berries or something like that. That's my breakfast, my first meal of the day. That's around noon. Sometimes I eat lunch, sometimes I don't. But when I do, I typically just will snack on like a handful of nuts, like some cashews, and I might eat like a banana or 2 or 3. I go through bananas like crazy. Or I may even eat a potato or 2. I take like 2 or 3 small red potatoes and cut them up like they fries or whatnot, season it with some pink Himalayan salt and pepper, and throw it in the oven. And then for my non-stickness, because I don't cook with no oil at all, so I would take some, I got some brown rice flour that I use, and I just sprinkle that over the pan when I put the potatoes on there so it don't stick. And it also kind of it tastes better too, because it almost tastes like it's breaded almost. So that's my lunch, either that or just like a handful of nuts or some berries, depending how hungry I happen to be. And for my dinner, what I typically eat is, my favorite meal is some rice, some sweet potatoes, and I cook my sweet potatoes for this particular meal. I cook them just like I did the potato I was talking about. Chop them up, season them with salt, pepper, throw it in the oven. I cook my rice, and it's usually wild rice or brown rice. I don't mess with white rice. I don't mess with white nothing. White rice, white potatoes, none of that. So what I say, sweet potatoes, rice, and broccoli. I'll steam some broccoli up with just water, right? And then I'll make they call it vegan cheese. I don't like calling nothing vegan cheese. Out of all of my vegan eating, now I ain't had everything, but I have yet to taste a vegan cheese that tastes anything like cheese. It usually tastes like some kind of sauce or dip or something like that. So I'd rather just call it that. So I make my little vegan sauce dip shit out of, the main thing is cashews, and then I'll put some salt and pepper and maybe a little bit of xylitol. I'll squeeze a lemon in there. Squeeze a lemon in there, and I put a little bit of mustard in there. And I put it in a little blender joint, blend it up. Then I mix all that together. The rice, the broccoli, the sweet potatoes, and that vegan sauce shit I was just talking about. Mix all of that up. And I smash that. And that's my typical dinner. And then if I am in the mood for dessert, which is very rare, this is probably like a once every few months type of thing, I have this peanut butter zigzag vegan ice cream joint I like. So every once in a while I may partake in that. And then sometimes late at night I'll snack on just whatever's around. That fits my criteria. But that's my typical day of eating. You know what I'm saying? And it's everything I mentioned was cheap. One misconception is people will say they would go vegan, but it's just so expensive to eat healthy. You get some oatmeal, potatoes, rice, or quinoa, and beans or lentils. All that shit is cheap, and all that shit is filling. Like today, I had some. Before I got here, I'm probably not even gonna eat no more today. But I had like some chili, but made with lentils instead of beans. Man, shit, I'm good, right? I'm good now. And all that, the potatoes and lentils or beans and the rice and the quinoa and the oatmeal, all that's $2-3, and it'll last you the whole week. If you get all of that together, it will probably last you the whole month. If you like just feeding one person. So don't fall for that. It's expensive and whatnot. The thing that I go back to the store for the most is the produce, because I like my fruits and vegetables fresh. And the most expensive shit is the nuts, like cashews, because I love cashews. The cashews and the almond milk be the most expensive shit. I wouldn't even say xylitol is really that expensive. I mean, it costs like $15 or whatever, but I mean, it lasts. It's not a expense that I could feel. So, yeah, that's my typical day of eating. Hopefully this gives you some kind of guidance if you want to start, or if you just started and you're not sure what to eat. I'll probably most likely have to make like that dinner meal I was talking about. I'll probably have to do that on camera so you can see exactly how I do it, put the recipe up and all that. So, yeah, I'll check y'all on the next one though.